I look around? This one and that one. No problem. So I went on my phone this morning, you know, Google, that site that's banned here in China, and I was searching for a Christian church in Qingdao. And to my surprise, have a look, I found about 20 to 30 Christian churches around this area here. So we're gonna go on a little adventure today, getting into one of these Christian churches. Well, I hope they don't kick us out for trying to make a video there. I will try to speak to some people. You know, but as I know the old Christian people, they are really friendly. So let's quickly find a taxi or something and get ourselves to one of these Christian churches. Alright, well, I just got a taxi. We're just trying to figure out where this place is. It's super beautiful. I want to show you guys the road real quick on the way there. He got the street imported by voice in his new phone, he just told me. So that's pretty cool. Check it out. Okay, so I found the church. This is Qingdao Qinghui Road Church. The gates are closed, but I'm gonna try get in here. Now, as you can see, the building behind me, it's like old Chinese construction. Now, the reason they did this, Germans hired the Americans to build this building, and they made it a Chinese style to attract Chinese. So that's kind of interesting. But it is a Christian church, so let's go inside and see what we can find. Is this the church or that side?
This is
This one.
Christian Church.
This is the Christian church, this one?
Yes.
And that one?
Yeah.
Can I see this?
它可以看吗？它可以看那个厨房吗？它也能看。
Hey, Ron.
可以。
So this is where they also do some preachers on Sundays. You can check it out. You can see it's like real churches back home. This is pretty cool, and they can house apparently 1,000 at a time, 1,000 people at a time. I only see a piano over there, but they told me that there are some guitars and stuff they bring in here. So, pretty interesting. Soon we will go check out the real church on the other side. Real church meaning the interior looks a bit different, and that's where the big preachers do their preachers, I guess. So yeah, but this is the church, a real Christian church here in China. All right, I am in a very beautiful church right now. There's a beautiful cross there. There's actually preachers preaching inside, so we cannot go inside. You know, we need to respect them. But I spoke to some of the people here, and they tell me there's a lot of people that come to the church. Over 5,000 people come to this church. It's a beautiful place. It's in the middle of communities, so I'm sure there's a lot of people that can come to this church. And he just told me this church is registered, so it's a legal church. The only problem is the church is in Chinese, so there's not really English churches for if you're a foreigner and you want to come to church. But there are definitely churches and good people. They are super friendly in this church. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Let me show you the cross. So as I said, there's a preacher speaking inside there. He's busy preaching. We're going to keep quiet, but I want to show you guys this. Back in the day, in 1940, this place was constructed by the Germans, and it still have a Chinese look and feel to it, but it's definitely a church. You know, I had some conversations with a guy now, and I was asking him, you know, is it okay for you guys to pray in China? And he just told me it's okay, of course, it's fine. You can pray here, there's no trouble. And when this guy is finished preaching, I will quickly go inside to show you guys how it looked like in there. Okay guys, let's go check the side of the church. This is pretty beautiful, look at this. Wow. Hello. This is beautiful. Look at that. How cool is that? So this guy will lead us through the church. Hey, I can see myself on the camera there. This is beautiful. This is a real church. There was actually people that were attending church just now. So this is pretty cool. What I can see is they have pianos here, but I'm sure they have guitars and other music. I can see some speakers all over the show to make sure the message gets through. And guys, I can tell you this church is well taken care of, as you can see. Look how beautiful the roof is. Look at that light. This is beautiful. And this is where the preacher stands. Obviously, he's got his Bible there. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, a real Christian church here in Qingdao, China. Again, the only problem is they do preaches in Chinese, but I guess that's what it's all about. It's for the Chinese people. But yeah, let's go check out some other churches. All right, I'm on the second floor in this church now, the Christian church. I just want to show you guys the beautiful building behind me. That is a church. And as I said, it looks like a Chinese building. You can see the cross on top of the building. But it was on purposely designed like this to attract more Chinese people into church. Pretty beautiful building, I say. Well, that was kind of cool, you know, visiting these people here. They are all very friendly. Still walking next to the church. It's a big area in this square, like I say, between all these buildings around me. It's really nice, man. It's really nice. And he told me that they are free to come to church. They are registered. The register thing meaning, you know, you need to register at the government when you want to operate a church. And that makes perfect sense because China wants to fight against extremism and craziness, so to speak, if it gets to religion. And once you register your church, it's okay. It's fine. You can have your normal services. You can do your teaching. Teaching meaning out of the Bible, and no questions. There's no problems. The guy just told me. So the whole register thing, I think people misunderstand. They think it's control and influencing the church, but it's really not that. It's just controlling, like I say, extremism and craziness. Because we all know there are some religions that are just crazy. These guys will do stupid things and they just use their religion as an excuse. So that's what it's all about. And it was really nice. The people are so cool and calm in there. I guess I'm trying to tell you guys, I don't feel that these guys are trying to do a secretive thing or, you know, are scared of being Christian. Absolutely not. These guys are perfectly happy with what they have here. They are traveling abroad many times, he told me. Actually, the priest just came from America like a couple of months ago during the coronavirus. He went over there to go preach. I just want you guys to not misunderstand the whole registered thing if it gets to the church. Like I say, I have said it a few times already, but it's only to, you know, protect the country from extremism and people doing crazy stuff in the name of religion. There are a lot of underground churches in China, I agree, and that is true. But you see, the reason they do these underground churches or operate these underground churches is some of them run illegal businesses. They found that it's a big business in China for people to turn to Christianity. You know, there's 11 million people currently in China being Christian. So these people saw an opportunity and they start operate their false teaching, number one, and taking money for it. Don't register at the local governments, and that is just wrong. You know, that is just 100% wrong. I mean, if there's English training centers being closed down by the government for running illegally, I mean, it's teaching English, and they close these training centers down just because they're not registered. What the hell is so wrong with underground churches being closed down for not registering for that sole purpose of protecting the country and also doing fair business? I just see it as it's absolutely okay with me to register a church and then operate it legally. Okay, so I just arrived at the second church I want to visit. It's this one over here. Looks pretty cool. I see the gates are still closed. Do remember it's a Saturday, but I will try get in here that we can go check it out. But look how beautiful this building is. It's really ancient. It's got this real old vibe to it, like a castle type of thing. Yeah, I really want to get into this one and check it out. What I did notice was all these churches that I showed you guys earlier, they're all like in a radius of 3 to 4 kilometers from each other. It's almost lunchtime, so I will grab something to eat after I visited this church. I'll do a live stream, so if you haven't seen that live stream, just click here. We're gonna grab some food, but first let's get into this church. Hello. Bukaya. Alright, so they just told me I cannot go into this church, but it's still beautiful. I'll definitely try getting here sometime. I do think you pay 10 RMB to check it out. So I think they're closed because it's Saturday. I'll come back here definitely. We need to get into this place. Let's see if we can peek over this wall here. So this is the St. Paul's Church. It was designed by a Russian architect, Ulip, or whatever you call that name. But it looks like this is a big church because it can take more than 300 people. And it's 1,481 square meters. That's pretty neat. It's sad we can't go in here today. And look, you can see the cross on that part of the building from here. It's pretty neat. Look at this. So yeah, this church is on the corner of a busy street. It's not that they are trying to hide these churches, obviously, I feel. And there's a lot of them here in Qingdao, as I said before. I just want to give you guys my lowdown. Hey, look, I know it's a sensitive topic and a lot of people don't understand what it's all about. And, you know, they believe that the government break these churches down and you are not allowed to have your religion here in China. Well, as we saw today in that one church, it is absolutely possible to have your religion and serve your God the way you want, as long as these churches are registered, as long as you follow the law meaning it needs to be a real operated organization. And I feel people are calm, people are open. You know, the people I spoke to in that previous church, they were really open towards me speaking about their religion and what they do in the church on Sundays. He actually went through the whole schedule with me, telling me they have a youth leader that do preaches, they play like music, you know, they go on tours, all sorts of stuff. So, you know, my personal feeling towards this whole religion thing in China and churches in China, I think the mainstream media is just, you know, blowing this whole thing out of proportion. It is 100% not the same as in any other country, I can tell you guys that. But it's not that it's non-existent in China, and it's not that if you're gonna practice your religion or go to church on Sundays that the government will arrest you and throw you in jail. It's not like that, not at all. Thank you all so much for watching, and listen, get yourself some good merch. There's a lot of people that bought them already. Thank you so much. There are some orders on backlog. You will get your orders real soon. If you want this merch, you can just email me and I'll hook you up. You can also become a Patreon, because I release my podcasts on there exclusively, and that way you can help the channel. I will be traveling 268 cities, rural towns all over China real soon, starting 2021. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.